What up, y'all? Conscious One come back at you. You know, guys, I'm really pissed off that I gotta relive these moments and tell this story. But gotta do what I gotta do, right? And to these bitch ass motherfuckers that's trying to do these stupid love bonding spells, get the fuck off my YouTube page. I'm telling y'all, if the authorities give me the right to flip the switch, I would love to see these bombs burn. Because they have wasted so much of my time. I'm even asking God lately, damn, man, what did I do that I had to come back to this life and be around all these goddamn bums? Got me thinking about my past, like, what the fuck did I do? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so I told you guys when I came back from Cambodia, I had to go live in the projects. Guys, let me tell you something. Since 2016, when I saw things in the economy going downward, guys, this is how I know God sent me on this mission. Because even though I saw things coming a mile away, I still could not stop it from happening. 2016, I saw everything going to shit. I saw a situation where I would possibly have to roommate with an individual that I didn't want to roommate with. I saw all that, not 1 mile, I saw it 10 miles away, and I still couldn't stop it. So, only had two options, and I took the lesser of the two evils to go live in the projects in New York City. Okay? Now, this particular individual who I now know has been doing all this witchcraft, this individual, guys, I mean, I was literally in the mouth of a lion, if y'all can understand. I was in the mouth of a lion. Man, it got me asking, man, how can God even sit back and watch this? How can authorities sit back and watch this stuff? So I'm living in the projects. Remember, I'm living in the projects and I'm on a bike. And I'm a person who lived on my own, paid my own bills. I always had a decent job for years. But for some reason, and the only reason it didn't really get to me was because I had no choice because of the scandemic. So my mind didn't allow me to dive too deep into despair because we still had everything on lockdown. Everybody was fucked up, right? So everybody had to downgrade. Everybody took a loss. At least I wasn't working for some bitch ass boss. You know what I'm saying? So I'm staying with this individual, and this person doing these spells, doing this witchcraft, somehow summoned a bunch of flies that came into this apartment that looked like it comes straight out of some kind of horror movie. It was so many flies that I literally, and keep in mind, guys, there was several times where I seriously could have hurt this individual, because you understand, guys, I wasn't used to living like that in filth and trash. Somehow a swarm of flies, I don't know how all these, it must have been about 100 flies, 200 flies that was inside the apartment. And for some reason, they wouldn't go away. And these was some abnormal flies. These were monitoring spirits. That's what those flies were. I don't know how the flies got in a place like that. I don't know how this individual summoned all these flies into this place, but it was a swarm of flies in the place, guys. And I didn't know where it was coming from. They just kept coming. And they were very abnormal flies. This person summoned a bunch of monitoring spirits that ended up with 200 and something flies inside the apartment. And I'm living, of course I closed my door, but one time I came home and somehow the flies were in my room, and I got mad because I felt like somebody had been in my room. I mean, guys, do you understand? I could have literally hurt somebody. Because I knew something was going on, but I didn't know what was going on. But I knew something was going on. And again, the only thing that kept me at bay was the fact that everybody had took a loss. You know what I'm saying? It's always something worse that somebody went through, especially during that time. But we know a lot of domestic fights happened when they forced people to be on lockdown and forced people to go live with people they weren't supposed to be living with. That's why I told y'all I hate this money. If I had my own money, if I had been able to save money, guys, I've never been the type of individual that squandered my money. I've been living under a system that doesn't allow you to save any money, and every time you're about to save some money, I either got fired or things got more expensive and stuff like that. That's why I say, guys, the only person who can get you out of this shit, man, is God. Because it's too many arrows pointed at you, and then every time you're about to save some money, what happens? They shut everything down. Everything gets screwed up. They know what they're doing. Every time people about to seem like, oh, what, people starting to save money again. Got it shut. It's like the movie Dark City. Shut it down. Shut it down forever. That's what it's like. They shut it down, and then all the demons that's on top of the ground, they be so happy because they get to suck. They get to suck all it. They like the misery. They like when everybody suffers, because that's how they feel inside. They loved when this pandemic was happening. They love the fact people walking around in masks. They love all the degradation that comes with human suffering. That's what I found out. But anyway, I just want to tell y'all this story. And even though a lot of those spells don't really work, some of them do work. You know what I'm saying? But the real powerful ones don't work. God doesn't allow it. But it was so many. I had never been around so many flies. I could not believe. I mean, guys, you understand how much trauma. Me taking care of myself for all these years, and I'm living in filth in the projects. And tomorrow, I'll probably talk to y'all about the gang stalker that was following me around in Brooklyn. I even got it on camera, and I'll talk a little bit about that. Until then, it doesn't bring me joy to talk about this stuff, guys. Like I say, I'm furious. And I'm telling you, I don't even want to say no more. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.